Or 76. It was something I've never experienced before.
I've never been to.
I mean, it was just so great.
I've never been.
Call this meeting to order. We have all members present. I am filling in for President Eversole tonight. She had an eye procedure. She's present, but doesn't know how well she reads. So. We do not have a student, but I will lead us in the pledge. Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, Kiwanis.
This evening, we have members from the local Kiwanis group. Every year, they have been a great sponsor of our Gold Card program for our students. They asked to be here tonight so we could recognize them for their contributions. So if you guys would like to come forward, if you'd like to address the board, anything you want to say, feel free.
So President, my name is Amanda Lamberson. I'm currently president of Kiwanis. This is Tony. This is Terry, and this is Tony. They're also Kiwanians. And we received a request for sponsorship money to help with the Gold Card program, and we were happy to be able to do that. So we are presenting a check for $500 to help with the Gold Card program.
Help from them and other businesses. It'd be hard to, there'd be more money out of the school pockets like that program works. So we appreciate all of our community organizations who help us. We can, we'd like to have, we get them a picture.
Yes.
Make sure we get that, put the newspaper. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for the contribution.
Let you guys know we are going to try and just vote program again.
Okay.
Third, fourth grader, trying to start that back up.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Great. Thank you guys very much.
Okay, item C, we have
Previous week.
a second.
Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
I have to abstain since I missed that.
Yes, aye.
And I. Financial reports.
Good evening. The collections in the general fund for the month of June were on the bottom of page 4, $2,958,446.29. The collections in the building fund, $35,100.56. Collections in the co-op fund, $12,308.66. And if you will notice on their revenue analysis page, on page 5, that number will be zeroed out as soon as July paychecks are dispersed. So we will be at a zero and back in the co-op fund. We did not collect any new money in the bond fund. Sinking fund collected $10,845.39. Cash balance, back on page 1, for general fund, $5,136,088.06. Building fund, $855,588.11. Bond fund, for total cash balance, $51,200. That was our good faith deposit we made on the day we selected that bank for the bank transfer money. Banks wanted to make sure it was going to transition smoothly. And the sinking fund, we collected $136,600.22. Total cash in the bank, $6,179,476.39. Questions? This has been a fun year. I just shared with Mr. Ashlock, we have had 16 state aid changes in this fiscal year, 5 of them in the month of June. So We've been a little crazy. Activity accounts. The total cash paid. 21. Activity fund cash is at $541,347.06. Our CDs are at $257,476.71. Total $798,823.77. I want to say a special thank you to Sabrina Garner. She is our activity account specialist. She has worked fearlessly to get the InTouch system in place, all of the banking tickets, deposit slips, all of that stuff that we've had to make to change our bank from First State to Bank of Cherokee County. And she's just also done a fantastic job in implementing the InTouch system. We've all been trained on a 3-hour long Zoom meeting, so we've got a pretty good introductory, and that will continue to roll out as we keep going throughout the year. Are there any questions?
That's so we accept credit cards.
That is so parents can pay their student fees, dates, when they start concessions.
Do we have any idea how the band did with their fireworks sales?
He told us gross 76,000.
They actually made over $20,000. It was the most they had ever made at the fireworks stand this year.
Shot them all off in my yard.
The 3 days leading up to the 4th, they ran out of fireworks at least 3 times. He had to make special trips back and forth to the warehouse. So, but yeah, they were excited. They made a lot of money.
Will they be able to use for those for fundraisers and stuff? Will they be able to take a credit card?
Yes.
As well?
And our fireworks stands with the company that we work with, they give us that, or they include that in their fees so that that can happen.
But all of the regular fundraising that we do.
Anything fundraising, I don't think we found anything that we can't add. For example, you could go on and put in your login information and you could see all 3 of your children if you wanted to, even though they might be at 2 or 3 different schools. And then the options to pick from will be unique to each child. Your 7th grader might not be selling t-shirts, but your 10th grader might. So
What about, I'm talking about the community, so they're selling, you know, whatever it is for whatever club or whatever, they'll be able to pay.
we should have a link through our website to, so the general public.
Say senior donations or those types of things.
It's really exciting. A lot of schools use InTouch. There are a lot of schools that use My School Box, I think is the other one that we were considering. We decided to go with InTouch because what we had seen at the trade shows and the presentations that looked most user friendly for our district.
Nice for parents, not
Yeah.
checks.
We're excited. A lot less cash handling. The first agenda item asks for approval on the board report. The second asks you for approval on our supplemental. I also told Mr. Ashlock just before the meeting, I had hoped to have this page full, but they're actually still changing dollar amounts on some of our programs from prior year. They can't figure out how to do that June, July, because most federal money is ending September 30. And so their new fiscal year starts October 1. So they're shifting a few gears. What we need to do will get taken care of next month. If it doesn't get taken care of next month, that's it. We're going to cut the cord and we're going to move on to September 1 and do what we need to do after that.
So will they just table that and leave it?
Oh, no, I gave them one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one that I know we have. Right.
Any other questions?
No.
Do I have a motion to approve monthly financial reports? A second?
I'll second.
Walker? Kaufman? Aye. Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Sarcel?
Aye.
And aye. A motion to approve the general fund supplemental.
Brenda, do you have a copy of this?
No.
Diane, will you get her a copy of this?
Can you please list the dollar amount in the motion?
Three.
I'll make the motion to approve the general fund supplemental. $3,792.
I'll second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Ms. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Superintendent's report.
Okay, first off, just kind of a reminder on the state school board conference, August 26th to 28th. I think everybody is set. You all, if you haven't checked your email today, Brittany sent out a final email, has hotel information, has individualized for everybody. I know some people are coming on certain dates, not others. So if you haven't checked, make sure you look at that, then everything should be good to go. Things can be changed, so if something comes up, just let us know. We'll do what we need to do.
Are we all planning on going?
Bits and pieces, so.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's a good time.
I've been.
No, it's cool.
All right, and the next thing, a bit of good news, we received a grant from the state. The school counselor core grant, that's what they titled it. Basically, it's allowing, giving us $480,000 over the next 3 years. I believe it's 5 new counselor positions in the district. The only stipulation is we couldn't use it to pay for counselors we already had. We truly had to add, new counselors for that money. So that's outstanding. Anytime we get to be able to add new staff, help serve our kids. So we're super excited about that. And that will be for 3 years, $480,000. So great news on that one. Other than that, I mean, summertime, we have a million things going on. Just real briefly, want to say just thank you to everybody. I mean, your principals are working hard all summer. They've got tons of hiring to do. So they're going with that. We've got teachers who come up and serve on interview committees, work on curriculum. All the directors in the room working very, very hard this summer. There's other things going on to get ready for the new school year. Finance department, maintenance department, everybody's doing an awesome job. So just gotta point that out to you guys. It's summer. A lot of people think school slows down in summer, especially for that group. They're working double hard. They're doing an outstanding job. Also, kind of to Brad and Randy, our new cleaning company has been doing very good so far. Had a short time to look at it, but floors throughout the district, they're doing an amazing job. They look better than Randy doesn't remember the last time they looked that good. So we're very happy about that. All those people are just, it's a very busy summer. They're working hard. So that is my superintendent report.
Any questions?
No, but I'd like to compliment the people who are doing the yard maintenance and lawn maintenance in schools. I walk past Greenwood every day, several times, and it is always very nice. And I think they're just doing a really great job.
Yep, they do an outstanding job.
Have any public to be heard? No. Discussion and vote to approve surplus. Do you have a motion?
I'll move.
Second,
Second.
Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Ms. Kaufman?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
And Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Discussion and vote to approve the following bids and quotes, and we have 6 of them.
There are 6 items here, and all of them kind of pertain to transportation for HVAC. This is all money that will come from our ESSER 3 amount. I will point out items like number 2, forklift, tire changer on number 5, and number 6, the rotary lift. Those are items that we're purchasing that will allow us to do more of our own work on our buses, so then we're spending less money out the door. But also, we have to wait. Our ESSER 3 claims, they're still not approved yet. The state still hasn't approved all those things. So like a bus, we're gonna go ahead and buy them because we know 100% that will fall underneath the category. like those things there, we still haven't received 100% approval, so we're gonna wait, but we want to go ahead and get the PO approved. And once the state tells us that's okay, this subscription will pay you back for that, then we'll go ahead and do that. We're 99.9% sure it will, but we haven't got the official okay on that. But I just wanted to mention that on SRO vehicles, the route buses, and HVAC stuff. We know that's going to go through, so that will be done. But those, all those purchases will be from the ESSER 3 money. That's not all of it. That's just a small portion of it. We're still working on that overall budget. The largest percentage of it will go to people, paying teachers and staff, curriculum, and things like that. But there are some ancillary things, such as the HVAC transportation.
How much is one of those?
Brad's not here.
He's
On
not.
vacation.
I'm curious how much one of the buses cost.
A new bus runs about $100,000. That's just a plain thing.
Do we have a motion?
Oh, I want to make the motion to buy all this for Brad. Purchases.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Jay, I am gonna ask someone to make a motion only on items 1A and B, because I'm going to abstain on those, but I would like to vote on the rest of them. So I have a motion to approve items 1A and B.
Make a motion to approve items J1.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin? Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
I abstain. Now, do we have a motion for, and I'm saying those are contracts with Cherokee Nation, not required to, but if there were ever a conflict, I may be involved on the other side. So. Do I have a motion to approve items J1C through P as well as 2 and 3?
1C through P, as well as items 2.
A second,
I'll second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Okay, discussion, vote to approve or not approve, transfers.
This is a process that the district works through every year. There's a deadline to apply for emergency transfers. Our principals get together, they review the entire list, along with our directors. Basically, the information they look at is attendance, grades, availability of space within that grade level or that classroom. They take all those things into account, and make their recommendations, which transfers to approve and which to not approve. We do this every year. It's not something we can talk about as far as kids. You'll see, you have the list in your packet that you saw. But this is just a normal process that we do every year. The list that was attached, that's the one that's recommended by our principals. So we're asking to approve the transfer list tonight.
I have a question. Do we automatically approve or take kids from outlaw county schools, the feeder schools?
K-8 schools, yes, they have a choice. Now, if you're talking about ninth grade, yes, they have a choice anywhere they would like to attend. So we cannot refuse a Grandview or a Briggs kid. So that's not even a question for us. If they want to go here, they can come here. Now, once they make their choice, let's say they chose Keys as a freshman. After that, then they would have to transfer if they wanted to come to Outlaw or anywhere else, but they're allowed one choice after that.
Younger siblings would have to request a transfer if they want to come in
Yes.
for elementary. Okay.
Any other questions? I have a motion,
I move to approve.
a second,
Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. And L, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the first read of the handbooks or manuals. So,
This is, I think it's every handbook in the district with the exception of the athletic handbook. This is just a first read. You're not approving the handbook tonight. It's just the same that we've given them to you, give you time to read them. Now, there will be some changes to these handbooks. There's some, with all the new laws and things happening this year, all the way from COVID to everything else. There are some changes that we're just not prepared to put in there yet because we haven't got guidance from OSSBA or school attorney or whatever the case may be. So So there will be a few changes next month. We have to finally approve them, but we'll point out those few changes to you. But tonight, you're just approving the first read. And next month, we'll have a final.
And we'll get copies of all of these.
You have copies attached to your online. If you want a paper copy, we can.
I had a little trouble downloading. Some, a couple I tried to get downloaded.
If you ever have an issue, just let me know.
Okay.
We can get together and send you a PDF file or whatever.
Okay, all right.
Ask on the next month if there are changes different from, because having the changes highlighted make it really
Yes.
easy.
We will,
So
since you have all these, we
put them in
will,
green next time.
we'll give you a separate list of the changes. Hopefully there won't be that many changes. We'll do it the easiest way possible for you to see it.
All right, do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Ms. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And aye. Item N, discussion and vote to approve or not to approve revisions to the following policies.
This is not a new policy, it's just a revision. I believe the changes on this, it was, students have to fill out a bus pass. They have a specific bus they have to ride every day. In the event that changes, we have that issue a lot. If you be standing at the door of a bus at 3 o'clock and say, I got to ride here because mom isn't home. So then that causes a lot of trouble for our transportation department to verify who is or isn't. This is just putting it in writing, that they need to ride that bus that they have the bus pass for. And it gives them till 2 o'clock, I believe, on the day of, to call in, and it says who to call and what you need to do. So it's just put it in our policy. That way, Brad and our bus driver, Mr. Mark, can fall back on that and say, here's our policy, it's right. But it's what we've always done. They're just adding that to the policy. So.
Question?
I move to.
Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And aye. Discussion and vote to approve school hours policy.
And this is something we do every year, at least during my time here, we've always been on hours, days. The state gives you the option, you can count your school year in hours, count it days, whatever you choose, you have to stick with. The hour format gives you more flexibility. Just like last year, with all of our this school or this 2 weeks of the year, we were over on hours, so that gave us some flexibility. If we were on days, it wouldn't matter. So it's a good policy to have it on days. We don't go any less than anybody else, but it just, in the event things like that happen, it helps you with that flexibility. So you've already approved the calendar, you've already approved the hours and the days that we're going. This is just a policy that we submit to the state saying that we're using hours, not days.
Motion?
To approve. Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin? Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And aye. Oh, or to consider and take action on renewal of sublease agreement.
I'll give kind of an explanation on all three of these right now. The first one, the sublease with the Tahoe Educational Facilities Authority, that has been in place since the bond issue with Heritage. It's just a procedural item whenever you do a large bond. You don't get all the money up front, so you have to work through this facilities authority to make all the payments and everything work. So that's been in place since the bond. We just have to renew that every year. You got to done that every year, so that's nothing new. The second one, more incorporated. This will be the first time you approve the renewal of bid. This is for the purchase of our land that we bought from Methodist Home. So this is just redoing that lease agreement. And then the last one is just started in 2015. It's with QZAP. The district did fixed a lot of roofs, bought some HVAC equipment with that money, but the lease is still ongoing until June 22. So we're just renewing that lease this year as well. So all three of those are just yearly leases that we have to vote on each year. We're already in the agreement. Yeah, we'll have to do one time. I just three birds with one stone. So.
All right, so we have a motion for O.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Ms. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Motion for T.
I move to.
Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. And finally, Q. I need a motion.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Ms. Walker? Aye. Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Our discussion about to approve or not approve the schedule of encumbrances.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Walker? Aye. Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. As discussion about to approve or not approve deregulation application for library media specialists.
And I explained this in your review, but just kind of briefly again, we're required to have that certification. The individual that we've chosen to hire for that spot is a certified teacher. This doesn't have that specific certification and degree. So the state allows us to do a dereg. We'll put the teacher on the plan to satisfy all the requirements. But the deregulation keeps us in compliance with the state law that happens.
Move to approve.
Second.
Ms. Walker? Aye. Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Discussion and vote to approve or not approve recognition of academic credit.
On item T, you're going to be voting to basically prove that we accept the credit for those courses from ICTC, anatomy, and advanced math and science. And then also, next item, we approve the classes, then we have to approve the actual teachers. So that's why there's two items that look the same. We're accepting those classes for credit, and on item U, you're going to approve those teachers for the instructors for the credit classes.
Do we not offer anatomy at high school here?
Yes.
We do.
But a lot of times they'll take it through the course of their program at ICTC. Instead of having to take it here, take it there, they can just take it there and get the same credit within their program, maybe a LPN or whatever it may be. Okay.
Questions? Motion?
I make a motion to approve the credits.
A second, Ms. Walker?
I'll second that.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Straight for having short meetings.
I know, quit showing me up here.
Item U, and this is, as Leon said, to approve the instructors. Do I have a motion?
Approve the instructors. Approve the instructors. Second.
Ms. Walker? Aye. Ms. Coffin? Aye. Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. Ms. Coffin's up on this one. No, motion to approve personnel items.
I will make the motion to approve B 1 through 5. I'll read the names. Sylvia McDowell, District Special Ed Teacher, James Limemore, Transportation / Bus Driver, Anthony Deason, Cherokee PE Teacher, Joseph Frey, Youth TMS Math Intervention Teacher, James Townsend, THS Math Teacher, Todd Crow, THS English Teacher, Megan McDonald, THS Attendant Secretary, Emily Mason Langston, THS Reconnecting Youth, Patricia Nodine, Transportation Bus Monitor, Jessica Goodman, Cherokee Literacy Para, Morgan Smith, Cherokee Elementary Teacher, Zach Wheaton, Greenwood Elementary Teacher, Summer Cunningham, Greenwood Elementary Teacher, Amanda Harris, District Elementary Art Para, Dan Vivian, TMS Prevention Teacher, Madison Rushing, District Speech Path, Alyssa Goes, PK Counselor, Kelly Tibbetts, District Elementary Counselor, Lisa Tuck, TMS Counselor, Lori Frey THS Counselor, Charlotte Wyman, All Ed Counselor.
I missed any two.
She is now taking the position.
Oh, yes, sorry. We found that out right before me.
Sorry, Shawnee.
That's okay.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a question. Are the counselors at the end or those through the
Yes.
grant that we put? All right, all in favor, Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin? Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. business, and we do have new business.
Reviewed with each of you, we'll just go over again, so everybody knows what we're voting on here. We have 3 items. The first item is discussion vote to approve or not approve from PO 1280. This is in the amount of $100,000 for payment on the teacher retirement system. Have that available at the time of getting it ready. And then we have item 2, personnel. Mrs. Lowry, who's currently our personnel specialist. She's going to be moving to Greenwood as a teacher. Since she's an admin, we have to resign and hire instead of transfer. So that's a separate item there. And then on number 3 is hiring her as a Greenwood teacher. And also we have another Greenwood teacher, Sarah Jordan. I know there as well. So those would be the 3 items. Never done 3 items under new business. We need to do 3 separate.
I think you need, yeah, you need to
We'll
do.
just make 3 separate motions for each of those, just to make sure we do it right.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the PO?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I. And on 2 and 3, we will need the names and the positions, right?
We got, I
So,
trying to help you out.
You want to do it? Yeah. I make the motion to approve the resignation on recommendation of Superintendent Megan Lowry as district personnel specialist.
do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I.
Okay, I'll make the motion for employment upon recommendation of superintendent of the following: Sarah Jordan, Greenwood certified teacher, and Megan Lowry, Greenwood teacher.
Second.
Ms. Walker? Ms. Coffin?
Aye.
Mr. Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I.
Do we know what they're teaching?
Alicia.
What?
Sarah and Megan, what will they be teaching?
Sarah's gonna do 3rd and Megan is going to do 4th grade math.
And with that, I will take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
And a second? Ms. Walker?
Aye.
Myers?
Aye.
Ms. Eversole?
Aye.
And I.
I go back, I'm not gonna do that anymore, I'm gonna start.
See, if you just do it, it's fine.